Great coaches. Then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
This is Raiders Allegiance with Lunatic Raider. Welcome to the dark side.
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Welcome to this Saturday night edition of Raiders Allegiance, live with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. How are you guys doing this evening? Man, pull on up. I know there's not a lot of news going on with the nation, but there's a lot that we can talk about as far as what's the next moves we should make. We see that Happy Gilmore is off the is off the market, so ain't no Happy Gilmore coming to the Raiders. We know who ain't coming to dinner tonight. Shout out to everybody out there. Aaron Diaz, thank you for pulling up, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. Up here just doing my thing, you know what I mean? Bringing this joy and this happiness with this Raiders shit. You feel me? What's up with y'all tonight, man? What's up with it? I'm going to wait a little minute, let everybody pull on up. I just put out little tweets and Facebook group notices that we out here live. We live and direct. You know what I mean? Silver and black don't sleep. You know what I mean? We up all night, man. We with the vampires, the ghosts, and the goblins. You feel me? So anyway, how are you guys doing this evening? Let me go ahead and if anybody want to pull up, who want to pull up? Any of my partners out there? If you up, you ain't doing shit. Pharaoh, if you up, hit me. Fade to Black. Dirty Raider, whoever, man, it don't matter. You feel me? We're gonna go ahead and make this something, a gathering of our peers. You feel me? Silver and black all day, baby. What's up with it, man? What's up with it? Nay, TKO is in the motherfucking house. You know how we do it. Ain't nothing over here gonna be, you know what I mean? Sweet and shit. We gonna keep this shit raw and uncut. Raw and uncut Raider talk. You feel me? Man, speaking of Mr. Gilmore, I'm gonna call him Happy Gilmore, you know what I mean? But you know, he ran on over to the Colts. But obvious from what I'm noticing with people speculating on who the big name is that the Raiders were after or still after, now we're starting to fine-tune it. We're starting to eliminate, you know what I mean, the dead weight and get down to the nitty-gritty of this shit. So we know that it wasn't Happy Gilmore. So Happy Gilmore was not the big name that was in negotiations or thinking about mulling over the choices of coming with us or somebody else. It was not him. And you know where I'm about to get to with this shit. You know where the arrows is pointing to. You know what I mean? You know what it's coming down to, because when the clues are left out or put out there in the atmosphere, you got to kind of sort through it and like, okay, this makes sense now. You know I'm about to go with Honey Badger, man. Come on now. You know, hey, I believe it's Honey Badger. Honey Badger is mulling over the fact of either joining us, and I heard Pittsburgh is one of the teams in the mix as well. But he is mulling over this. This is my opinion. I'm not saying it's fact, but I'm trying to put one to one together and come up with two. You feel me? Look at that magic. Still got that shit. But anyway, pull on up, everybody. Pull on up. Man. Let's do this shit. You feel me? Happy Gilmore is a Colt. He is not a Raider. You know what I mean? So let him run on over there. So now we know we eliminated him off the list of potential signings that we're waiting on, probably around June 1st, June 2nd. Here's one thing I want to know, though. Oh, Aaron Diaz. Aaron Diaz thinks OBJ. I did not hear our name attached to it, but just because I have not heard the Raiders' name attached to OBJ as far as signing as a free agent does not mean that's not what is happening behind closed doors. Because as we all know, with this regime, this year so far, everything that we find out after it has happened. After the signings, after the trades, then we find out. They're not leaking shit out. That's some good shit, though. I like the way they're handling their business. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can really give an applause to the front office with Ziegler and Champ Kelly, that they're keeping everything sealed until it happens. Ain't no sense in coming out here and speculating and saying what ifs, because shit is not written in stone yet. Once we get that autograph on that line, that dotted line, then we're solid. But until then, don't say nothing. Don't let no other teams be in competition with you. If they don't know that they're in competition with you, they're going to lose. So that's why I'm saying we'll keep it quiet on the home front. Go ahead and wait for this shit to get closer and closer. And see, let's not get a little ahead of ourselves with June 1st. Yes, we do have money releasing June 2nd after the 1st. But here's another thing. We have the draft in less than 2 weeks. We know when it comes to movement, as far as trades with draft picks and trades with players, a lot of this can happen during the draft as well. So let's not just say, oh, we're waiting until June 1st. Shit can still go down. Believe that. Shit can still go down. So with that being said, man, shout out to everybody that's pulling up. Want to get Ziegler jersey. You want to get... Hey, shout out to Aaron Diaz. He wants to get a Ziegler jersey made. Shout out to you, bruh. You be the first one with it. You know what? That's not a bad idea. If this motherfucker pulls a rabbit out the hat and brings in and lands in a free agent that nobody even suspected, man, I got to get his jersey too. What would you get? What jersey number would he be? Number 7? Lucky number 7? Because, man, he's pulling a lot of luck out of that fucking hat. Man, Chandler Jones. Then we trade off and get fucking Adams, and the signing of these free agents as fitting what we're trying to do. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everybody that's out there, if Ziegler had a jersey number, what jersey number would you give him? I'm just curious. What jersey number does Ziegler deserve for all this shit he's been doing so far in the offseason? And we're not done. Like I said, we're not done. We keep talking about June 1st. That's going to be there. Yes, almost $20 will free up then. But one thing I have not heard anyone speak of, whether it's the pundits in the media or whatnot, or fan base, is what dollar amount was saved by giving Carr his extension. I want to know the fine details of this contract. Did any money come off the books as far as cap hit for this season? Remember, he was supposed to get just under $20 million. But what did they? Signing bonus? Give it all to him now guaranteed? What does that mean for our numbers as the Raiders? What is the Raiders cap hit right now? That's all I want to know. What is the Raiders cap hit? What exactly do we have free? I know I've seen what is it, over the cap or whatnot. They said right now, I think we're standing at about 6 million. You know what? Fuck that. We gonna find out. We gonna find out right now. And I don't know if their thing is up to date because sometimes I check on them and they don't mention the moves sometimes that are made, but they should have had enough time right now to go ahead and do an adjustment. Let's see. Over the cap, Las Vegas Raiders salary cap. Let's see if we can fine tune it and see exactly what they say. See,
here's information from Over the Cap.
They're just giving us numbers right now of players, but what I want to know is what Las Vegas Raiders salary cap over the cap. Okay, please let this be up to date because we're going to find out exactly how much money does the Raiders have currently to play with. Total cap liabilities right now was $218 million. Top 51, 177.879. Offense is 92. Okay, well, that's fine and gravy. The team cap space as we speak right now, the Raiders currently have 5,818. Okay, here I'm gonna give you all the numbers. I was gonna round it off. Fuck it. $5,818,474 is currently what the Raiders have at their disposal as we speak. Now, there's another almost $20 million coming June 2nd after June 1st. So that's about 25. We'll just round it to 25 for the fact that we're not exactly 20 million on June 2nd, but we're close. But we add this 5 million. That's, almost 6 million. $5.8 million is what we currently have under the cap. That's fine. You might, that's good for role players, depth. You can spend $1 million here, $1 million there type shit. We're not really, I'm curious. Shout out everybody popping up, man. N8U08 is in the house. Did anyone notice that DC signed his contract on Ash Wednesday? No, we didn't. We just noticed he signed his contract. But yeah, I mean, is he Catholic? You know what I mean? Is Derek Carr Catholic? Is that, I'm wondering, does that all fall into play? Whatnot? But I mean, he's a Raider. He did a team-friendly deal for real. You know what I mean? He left the gate open for the Raiders to go out here and still improve on this team. That is saying a lot, you know what I mean, for a quarterback who is basically in the middle of his prime, 30 years old, 31 years old. He's in his prime. So usually quarterbacks around that age is going after the real bag. You know what I mean? Like the Aaron Rodgers bag. But sometimes going that route does not benefit the team. Now, there's different motives for a player to be motivated for the sport. And one of them is money, and the other two is success. Sometimes you have to choose one or the other. You know what I mean? You choose the money, but most likely you'll be giving up the. Watch this. Bet you Dallas Cowboys don't do shit. Not with fucking Prescott making $40 million a year. Just pay attention and watch. Why you think they traded? See, everybody want to say that the Dallas Cowboys traded Amari Cooper because of production. Yes, he's inconsistent, but that fucking $20 million is hitting hard in the pockets of Dallas when they're trying to make moves that shore up either the defense or whatnot on that team. So you see what's going to happen. For instance, look at Kansas City. We know that big-ass contract is about to come in for Mahomes. Why you think they had to let the cheetah leave? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they want to keep him. But, man, the money he was demanding, or not demanding, but he was worth. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. So it's either you choose the bag or you choose success. What are you in the game for? To get paid or to win Super Bowls? That's what it's going to come down to. You know what I mean? And thankfully, Carr found in Ziegler, giving them credit also in the front office, that they sat down and they found what he said, quote unquote, the soft spot. Let's give Carr the bag, but not the bag. You know what I mean? At the same time, freeing up money for us to keep these other dudes. So don't be caught off guard by the fact that there will be mentions of Renfro being taken care of. But you know what? I heard and I read an article that not an article, just somebody tweeted or whatever, said that the Raiders do not plan on picking up the 5th-year option on the players that they can, whether it was Josh Jacobs and I think Waller, they mentioned him though also. They're not planning on doing that, which is not catching you off guard with that, because the thing is, these are players that this regime did not pick and choose. So basically, this year is the 5th-year option, guys, that's up for it, that could get it. This year is pretty much a show me. You know what I mean? This is a show me year, which you should get major production out of these dudes, whether we keep them or not. You should get major production out of Jacobs, Waller, and them for the fact that they're playing to not just show the Raiders, but show other teams their value. So now they really got to, do not be surprised if this Raider team, this offense is dynamic. We look at the names, but look at the motivation behind the names. You know what I mean? The rest of them, we know Adams got his money, but Renfro wants his money. Waller wants his money. Josh Jacobs wants his money. So how do you get your money? By producing. You got to come out and have a hell of a season. So expect those 3 dudes to come out and bust some ass. And that's going to all fit into play with what we're trying to do, because these dudes are going to be on point, coming out and showing off just to try to get that bag that's eluding them right now. But they can get it. It's on them, though. They can get it. But they got to go out there and do their thing for real, for real. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Yeah, we not really too deep now, but we going to grow. Fuck it. We're going to grow like an erection. Ooh, did I say that shit? You know what I mean? Unfiltered, uncensored Raiders. All Raiders, no cut. Cheers to the Raider Nation who is here tonight with me and going over some Raider shit. You feel me? I'm glad you pulled up. If this is your first time here, you never been here before, do me one solid. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. Now back to Cheers. This is my Saturday night. I'm enjoying it with my Raider Nation family. We are one. There is no nation like the Raider Nation, so everybody else is counterfeit. You feel me? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I thank you each and every one of you guys for pulling up. Man, it's a lot of shit that we're waiting on. I'm excited for the draft. I'm telling you, I'm getting ready for the draft. I will be out on the strip. I will hit up a couple of parties, but my idea or ideal is out here during the draft promoting this motherfucking channel, because I got subscribers to this channel that ride and die with this. Every time I pop up, they show up and they show out. I salute you guys. And like I always say, without you, there's no me. And without us, there's no nation. You feel me? So thank you. Thank you. Yeah, like I said earlier, Happy Gilmore is off the list. So now it's coming down to who is left that the Raiders are targeting. Let's see here. Is it an animal named Honey Badger still out there? I think so. Because we know it wasn't Happy Gilmore that we were waiting on. No. Because the person that's on Twitter he's not going to say who it is. He's waiting for the chips to fall and for us to know all at once. He will not mention, which is cool, because I understand he has an understanding with whoever his contact is not to go ahead and just throw that out there. And they asked him to respect Hondo on Twitter. In case you guys don't know, Hondo on Twitter, he has a lot of inside information. He said there is a big name that the Raiders are still in on. The Raiders are not being used as leverage for this player. So it means we're legitimate contenders of signing this player. and that once the player does go elsewhere, he will say, that's who it was. He's off the table. He didn't say that with Gilmore. Gilmore went to Indianapolis. Not a word was spoken of if that was him or not. So with that being said, I'm kind of figuring, because I'm trying to read in between the lines. He said the person that's in question, player-wise, is balancing out, making the right move for his family and a right fit. And I really truly believe it is Tyrann Mathieu. I really do. Man, I'm willing to bet, not my paycheck, but I'll bet like 20 push-ups. You know what I mean? I'll bet 20 push-ups that is Honey Badger. You feel me? But shout out, man. Like I said, we're growing. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up. Keep on pulling up, man. Let me hear your feedback. What you guys think that the Raiders is who are we focusing on? And then another thing I want to discuss is the draft. Since we're less than 2 weeks away from the draft, what do you consider the Raiders? Like, I know we only got a 3rd round pick. And to be honest with you, I'm not comfortable or committed to trading up unless you can do so with a player attached. But it has to be a player that can be replaced. I don't want it to be someone that, like, we trade them off and it's like, fuck. You know what I mean? Who we going to get to replace them now? You know what I mean? That kind of shit. But if they make the right move and make the right trade, possibility, it's easy to jump into the 2nd round. But I don't think we're like in a desperate situation to go ahead and trade back up into the 2nd round. There is not one person, I don't think, in that 2nd round that solely by themselves is going to change this fucking franchise's future. It ain't going to change it. There's not one person in this draft that, oh, we add him, guaranteed Super Bowl. It ain't happening. It's a collective. You know what I mean? It's going to take a collective of this team to get to the Super Bowl. And I like the pieces they're adding. But in the draft, and then there's still more free agency to go ahead and pay attention to, like I said, in the near future in June. But at this point, we have the draft before June 1st releases. You know what I mean? So what we got to do is go into this draft and basically, and I keep saying this, and I'm going to bang the table, trade back. Take that 3rd round pick, trade back. There is value in the 4th and 5th rounds. I'm telling you, there is value. There is legitimate starting value in those rounds. If you have the scouts doing what they're supposed to do with scouting out this talent. You know what I mean? There might be minor issues with these players that some teams might be like, I'll pass on them. But you might gamble on. Maybe it's because he's from a smaller school. There's some players out there that's coming from an HBCU. Maybe they look at some of the organizations might look at black colleges and be like, it's not on a high enough level to be able to develop those kind of players. But Jackson State has players that's under Deion Sanders, a former Hall of Fame NFL player. You know what I mean? So with that being said, his recruiting power alone can bring in talent that could be top tier Division I type talent, but chose to go to a black college under the tutelage of Deion Sanders. See, that's the dynamic of that one. So don't think just because they're not D1 that they're not legitimate talent, because we had former players with the Raiders that come out of black colleges. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's who's running the team, who's coaching the team that draws players in. You feel me? So that's one thing we got to pay attention to. But the 4th and 5th rounds, that is your meat and potatoes in the draft. I'm telling you, it's that medium. You know what I mean? It's that medium. And right now, the way we're sitting, we do have a 3rd, we have a 4th, and we have 2 5ths. And the possibility of trading back with that 3rd pick can net you a 2nd 4th round pick a third, fifth round pick and maybe just swapping the thirds. Maybe somebody in the bottom of the third is trying to move up for a specific someone and you're willing to trade back, but tell them you better give us your third and fourth and we'll swap thirds for you to move up. Then we'll still have a third round pick, but just not where we are picking right now. We'll be at the bottom of the third. It's not really a whole big gap, but there is a gap. There is a gap. There is a gap big enough for a team to want to jump up to where you're at in the third round and get a certain player that might fall to the third round. See, the third round is where you get you get good talent that falls. You know what I mean? First and second rounds, if these guys fall through, third round is where you want to move up and grab them. Third round is where you want to move up and grab them because it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to do so to move up in a third round. First and second, that's a different story. But third round picks is not going to cost you a kidney and a liver. You know what I mean? Might just cost you a testicle and maybe a motherfucking pancreas. But yeah, it is easier for players to fall down into the third round, regardless of the issues. Injury issues, off the field circumstances that not really severe, but a lot of teams take it as a red flag as potential trouble, which might not even be that. So there is value that you can still get fourth and fifth round, third round swap. So you can keep your third, have 2 4s and have 3 5s. I would love to have 6 picks in the third, fourth, fifth round. 6 picks and let Ziegler and them work their magic. Go out there and whatever players you had found under those rocks, looking under every rock for talent, and you found one, but you keeping it on the hush because you really don't want, you know what I mean, put your intentions out there. Because in the draft, other teams use your intentions against you. If they know you're going after a certain person, hey, either they're going to move up over you, or if it's a team that's already in front of you, they might let another team jump you to their spot to get the player that you coveted. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of willing and dealing, a lot of scandalous ass shit that jumps off in the draft. There is no friends. There are no allies. They're just enemies. You know what I mean? They are your enemies in the draft because they're going to try to prevent you from getting better while they try to. So it is what it is. It's a game within the game, but it exists. It is what it is. But the Raiders, right now, I feel comfortable with them trading back. I want them to trade that third pick back and get more picks. We need more bodies. The more ammunition you have, the more times you're able to hit your target. So it's like the less picks you have, you can pick, and hope something come from them. But the more picks you have is the higher percentage you have of hitting on those picks because you have more picks. So let us get another Renfro. Let us draft another Max Crosby. See, those are the kind of players that you find in the middle of the draft like that. You feel me? That's the kind of players you find. They're out there. They're out there every year. Every year you find good talent in the 4th, 5th rounds. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. What's up with it, man? Let me take a time out. Fade the Black in the house. What's up, bro? Thank you for pulling up, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for showing up. We're just talking Raiders and with the draft coming up. And shout out to N8. He said maybe that trade back depends on what? If who they might want is still available. Yes, that's possible too, though. But you also got to think about this with the Raiders and their draft board. Maybe that trading back, maybe there's multiple players that they have around the same area on their draft board that's in the 4th and 5th round. You see what I mean? So you don't just have to be like reluctant to not choose this player, but you have options like, well, shit, we don't have to trade. We don't have to pick him. We could trade back and get Pat in picks. Maybe he won't be there, but him and him will be. You see what I mean? It all depends on what they grade the talent on their draft board. If what they grade them and they're still there around the 4th and 5th round and they're graded high, like that's the rounds that their value shows that's where they should be selected, Raiders jump on them. But with more picks, Now more of those players that you have graded for that area of the draft, you can take them as well. It don't have to just be one player. Now, since you got multiple picks for trading back, now you get multiple of those guys that's on your draft board that is in the 3rd or 4th and 5th round area. You know what I mean? There's gonna be people that's gonna fall. It's inevitable. There's gonna be people that's gonna fall in this draft, and they're gonna fall to you. Like I said, the one thing that the Raiders are in a very good position as far as this year goes in the draft is the fact that a lot of people wants to argue the fact of what do you do? Do you draft for need or do you draft the best available? And here how you win on that. Because I did a mock draft a few weeks ago. I did 2 of them. And because I remember, I heard people saying that Ziegler said he's going to take the best available, even if it means drafting the same position twice. That is not a smart thing to do. And this is why. I did a mock draft, and I just was curious. Let me draft the best available player that's available at the time of the draft. With the picks we have now, 3rd, 4th, 2 5s, a 7, because we don't have a 6. So with those picks, I did a mock draft and fucked around and drafted the best available player and wound up with 3 fucking running backs. 3 running backs. What the fuck am I going to do with 3 running backs on this team? So what I came down to, the smart way of doing it is drafting the best available at positions you need. You know what I mean? So don't just grab something because you need them. We got multiple needs. So out of the positions, all the positions that we have a need for, you draft the best available out of all those positions that's on the board next. Don't grab a kicker. Don't grab a quarterback. Don't grab a running back. Grab the best available player in the positions of need. Offensive lineman, corner, linebacker, defensive tackle. Those positions, you grab the best one out of all those that's left on the board when it's time for you to pick, and you will be successful. At least in theory, you will be successful because we don't know if they're going to pan out or not, but that's the gamble you take in the draft. You know what I mean? You gamble on their potential. You don't gamble on what they did in college. College and pros is 2 different things, but you gamble on their potential of coming to your team and being in the right scheme under the right coaches. That's what you're drafting on, potential. So with that being said, don't do best available, just do best available of need. That's what you do. Multiple need, not one. Don't just say, oh, we need a linebacker, so you just grab the first linebacker. No, because if you need a linebacker and you try to grab the best available linebacker, what if the player that's better than that linebacker is the fucking corner? You grab that corner. You see what I mean? You grab that corner. Because that corner is going to be graded over that linebacker. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? This ain't real shit. I'm just giving you an example. You grab a corner. If he's on your draft board, if you got a certain corner rated above a linebacker, but the linebacker is the most dire need, you do not take the linebacker. You take that corner that's graded higher than that linebacker. Even though you really need a linebacker, you don't go that route because it's not gonna benefit you. You know what I mean? He might be a good linebacker, but he might not be better than that corner. That might be the next Hall of Fame corner you overlooking because you need a linebacker. We need linebacker. Like I said, we need a whole lot of shit. That's why we're in a good situation where we go into the draft and we got multiple needs so we can grab the best available player in all those needs. That's all we got to do. And we're solid. We're solid. I'm telling you, we are solid. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. If this is your first time pulling up to Raiders Allegiance, I'd like to thank you for showing up. I am your host, Lunatic Raider. Man, if you have not done so, please do so. Subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for pulling up this night. We're gonna be on here for a minute. I ain't got shit to do, but hang out with my Raider family. You feel me? Y'all, you guys, my Raider family. What is the deal? What is the deal? How you guys feeling? I see the views is fluctuating, but that's life. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But to those that's here, man, welcome. Another thing I want to talk about is the top 30 draft picks. Well, not top 30. You get 30 draft picks that you can bring in for a meeting. And we're going to talk about Phylon too, though. So just hold on. Let's talk about these draft picks. The common denominator with these picks that we're bringing in to talk to is speed. These guys got speed. You know what I mean? So we are looking for fast receivers, fast corners. They're coveting speed because speed kills. Mr. Cliff Branch introduced that to the world, you know what I mean, of pro football. So it's interesting to see the talent that they're bringing in to talk to, and they're all like fast as fuck. You know what I mean? FAF. They are fast as fuck. I don't know how fast fuck is, but they fucking pretty fast. You know what I mean? Shit. But I do believe that we do need speed, especially at wide receiver and corner. Because here's the thing. We noticed a big drop-off when Ruggs got into his situation and no longer on the team. It hurt us. It hurt us so much that the team went out and grabbed Deshaun Jackson to try to replace that speed. Now, some people are talking now that, would you guys think about bringing Deshaun Jackson back? You know what I mean? He's a little bit long in the tooth, but he still can produce. He still has speed. Or do you just bypass that all in his own and just go into the draft and grab you a speedy receiver? Because they will be there, and they will be there in the third round. They will be there in the fourth round. There was so much speed at wide receiver at the combine this year. I think they broke records, am I right, with sub 4.40s? The amount of talent that had sub 4. I'm like, oh, shit. So, they're deep as hell out there. So you will get speed. Are they a complete receiver? Route running? Good hands? We'll see. If they don't, can you coach them up? Because I don't want another Hayward Bay situation. Hayward Bay was a big physical wide receiver that was fast as shit. But his hands were unreliable. Unreliable. His hands were very unreliable. The only thing that Pittsburgh kept him around for is being a blocking receiver, which he was damn good at doing. If only that boy could catch, he would have been tremendous. He would have been tremendous because he had all the attributes. He had all the measurables. He just couldn't catch. His consistency with catching, he lacked it. You know, for lack of better words, he lacked it. Plain and simple. But I hope we don't make the same mistake by just focusing on speed and not their production in college. Because like I say, and like I said, we're drafting for potential, what they potentially can be. It's up to the coaches. It's up to the play calling. It's up to the scheme. If we get the right player to fit what we're doing and have all the measurables that are God-given abilities, we pretty much, with the coaches we have, we can coach them up to an elite level and produce on the field for the Raiders. I believe that. I believe this team can be a championship quality type team. I bet we can be in contention for a Super Bowl. Why not? Why not? You know what I mean? This team is just a few right pieces away from that cusp. You know what I mean? Right now they're on the cusp. They're a playoff team. And the players that's on this team showed heart and resolve the end of last season to make the playoffs with an interim coach who is a special teams guy. You know what I mean? This team showed their heart. You know what I mean? They got heart. So now you just add younger players with the same heart, but with the ability, with the right coaches, which I do believe that we have one of the best coaching staffs in the football in NFL. You know what I mean? Shout out to fucking Salton Mir. Say this. Hey, he was talking about that too. He believes, and we're biased, but looking from the outside looking in, who cannot say that the Raiders don't have one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL? Just look at every position on this team. They have a legitimate championship caliber coaching staff. And most of them came from a team that has 6 rings. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Am I correct? The proof is in the pudding. So, man, it is what it is. I believe the same thing. Like Sultan said, they just might have the best coaching staff in the NFL. Pittsburgh is solid too, but the way this coaching staff was assembled and the men that they added on both sides of the ball to come in and coach these guys up to get us to be an elite, I'm comfortable with that. I am so comfortable because, man, I'm telling you, it's a lot of shit, man. This is going to be a very good year. Let me pause 1 minute and ask you guys, are any of you guys planning on coming to the draft in a couple of weeks? If so, you have to go to NFL Pass and register. If you're bringing kids that's under 18, you got to register. And I think what they're doing, you don't have to pay anything. It's free. But to get in, they're going to service you with a QR code that has to be scanned for you to be permitted in to the draft. But all you got to do is register, and they'll give you your QR code. They'll email it to you to get in. And if you're bringing your kids, you can tell them how many minors you're bringing with you. I think they're just trying to do a head count because it's going down. Because right now out here in Vegas, they are building the stages. There are 2 stages. They're building one on the Bellagio Fountain, which is going to be the red carpet stage. And the second stage is the main stage where the calls or the draft picks get announced and they come out and shake the commissioner hand and hold up their jersey. So there's 2 stages, but it's all free. There's no payment unless you want to pay for a VIP experience by sitting closer to the stage. And before the draft, I guess some of the packages allow you to go behind stage and, see how everything works and so forth. If you're into that, but you're looking at about $1,000 on up, the value of those packages for VIP. But if you're not trying to pay that and you just want to be there, hear our team, draft our players, it's free. Just go to NFL Pass, sign up, register, and you're done. You're done. You'll get up in there and do your thing. You feel me? Another subject I want to touch on is about Phylon. Phylon was brought in for a visit with the Raiders. Everybody who does not, if you don't know, Phylon was one of our defensive linemen who suffered a knee injury and was carted off. I didn't know exactly how severe the knee injury was, but as it seems that he should be ready for camp. They said he should be healthy. He had 2 knee surgeries, but he shall be healthy enough to come in and get down with the get down. You feel me? I like Phylon. Phylon did his thing this year. You know what I mean? He started doing good, you know what I mean, and holding it down on the defensive line for us until the injury happened. So to bring him back, I wouldn't mind. I would love to have him back. I just want him to be healthy, 100% healthy. But they said he's damn near close to being 100% healthy. So if that's true, then why not? You can get him on a low deal. He has to reprove himself, which that's just the way the ball bounces. You got to get out there this season and prove yourself worthy of more money. But in the meantime, give him a cool deal. Let him go ahead and come back this year. Add the depth of the defensive tackle position. Let these guys get out there and ball out. And the depth is going to be very important. See, when you're a team that is trying to get into the mix, not just every team is trying to get to the Super Bowl, but to actually be a contender trying to get to the Super Bowl is a whole nother story. You know what I mean? So you have to be, in order to be a contender, you got to have depth because you're going to suffer injuries. It's just a part of the game. It's a physical sport. People get hurt. So you're going to have to be able to have the depth and the rotation to cover that gap hopefully the injuries are nothing severe where they miss the remainder of the season type situation. Maybe it's just something, maybe a week or two. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to have the depth and the backup pieces to go ahead and hold down that gap until that starting player returns. You know what I mean? So it's very important to be a contender. You have to have the depth to keep that damn ball rolling. You know what I mean? But I believe in them. I like Phylon. I would say bring Phylon back. And we just hit the draft running and get some good ass picks. Get some players that nobody thought would fall to us. Make some moves in the draft to go ahead and get quality players and get draft picks and just keep building this team. You know what I mean? We're not that far away, you guys. I really truly believe we are not that far away. For real, for real. Shout out to everybody that's out there. Thank you for pulling up tonight. I know it's late, but we're doing our thing, man. We're doing our thing. Let me go ahead and share this with the guys on Twitter and so forth. But yeah, man, it's I see real good positive direction for this team. You know what I mean? I'm optimistic. Yes, I'm optimistic. Yes, I'm a Raider fan who's optimistic about their team. But I don't think I have been as optimistic as I have been more than I have this year with the moves that we made. It's a lot of moves that we've made that like really make sense. It really makes sense, and it really like lets me know that we're back in it. They're going to be, and they're starting to do it now. They're going to be mentioning our name, and not in a way of cracking jokes and you know what I mean, how they always want to make us a meme, but now we're going to make them a meme. You feel me? Every time a receiver like Adams mosses a corner, they're getting memed. JC Jackson twice a year versus Adams, you're going to be a meme. Mark my words. If they even want to put you on Renfro, you will be a meme twice. You feel me? I see it happening. We got talent. We are loaded. Offense should be no problem. The line is the only thing on the right side that we have a little bit of concern with. But if the coaches aren't concerned with Illuminor playing right tackle and Leatherwood playing right guard, then they know something. They deal with these guys. They broke down their film. They know what they want for their system. So if they're comfortable with these guys, do your shit. Let me show us. Show the Raider Nation, show us that you know what you're talking about. Because so far, all the moves you made is showing me that you know what you're talking about. I'm not worried about this shit. I just want to hurry up and get to the Super Bowl so we can go ahead and shit on everybody. You feel me? That's the mood I'm in. Shit on your opposition. All the ops get shitted on, and we wipe our ass on your face. Like, oh, he gross. Nah. I'm just off the cuff with it. Let's go. Raiders! You already know what it is. You already know. Let me get everybody to hit up Raiders in the chat. Let's see this shit. Let me see your true colors. Let me get Raiders in the chat for those who's watching. All three of y'all. All three of y'all. Let me get that shit. You feel me? And anybody out there watching, man, hey, feel free to join. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and let me see if I can pull up some people that can pull up and want to chat. You feel me? They might not, but they just might. So what we gonna do is here. Let me go ahead and let me get this link, copy this link, and we're gonna go through here and see who might want to pull up. Bam. We got him. Shoot, let's see who else, man. I'm hot as a motherfucker right now. This shit hot as hell in this damn room. We got Problem, we got Wood, we got Fair. Let's see. Bam. Let's see where my people at, man. What's up with it, man? What is up with it? Let's get some people up on here. You feel me? Let's get some people up in here. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm so fucking hot right now under these lights. Hold on, I gotta get my son. You know what? I'm gonna go. Hold on, let me finish inviting people through here, man, and see if they want to pull up. Man, for real, for real. Where's my boy? Where? Oh, that's right. He went to Oh, he sure did. Raider Twine, I hope your trip to Long Beach, man, was a safe and safe trip. Bro, I remember hearing you last night saying that you were heading out of town, man. I hope you made it safe. I don't know if you're checking us out tonight, but man, I really hope you made it, man. Appreciate you, bro. Adrian Davis in the house. What's going on with you, man? Raiders, there we go. There we go. Right on, man. Right on. Appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Yeah, we just chopping it up this evening, man. Ain't really too much going on in the news, as you know. But it's always good to mingle amongst your peers. And when I say peers, I mean the Raider Nation family. You know me, we all we got. I appreciate you guys, man. Shit. Hey, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. We're not deep, but we're deep enough. One Raider fan is good enough. You feel me? That's just we carry weight. The fan base of the Raiders carry weight. We don't need to be 1,000 deep to be heard. You feel me? We like a way different breed of fan base. You know what I mean? All these other fan bases, they got to be 1,000 deep just for you to hear them. Like, oh, ain't that cute? They loud. But us, one fan, you go anywhere and they notice that you're a fan of the Raiders as well, you know what they're hollering. They're hollering out, Raiders! You know how it go down. You know how it goes down. Dude, we are loud solo. We don't need 1,000 motherfuckers behind us to make a noise. Man, for real, for real. Shout out to everybody out there. Let me see what's out here, man. I'm gonna try to get some see if anybody want to pull up on your boy. You know what I mean? But if not, man, it's all solid. It's all solid. I didn't extended invites to people before that popped up, and man, we chopped it up and we have some good shows. I'm making Saturday night my thing because that's what I do. I'm up. You know what I mean? I'm up all night, so I might as well get on here and talk Raider football with us, the fans. You feel me? So yeah, man, it's all good, man. But yeah, man, I'm waiting for this draft. I will be out at the draft. I will be handing out. I'm gonna do some promotion shit. I got some shirts, some flyers, some stickers, getting some keychains made. Raiders Allegiance, as you know. Also, I'm putting together the merch shop. So I'm putting my shop together right now. You can go on eBay. Go on eBay and type in Raiders Allegiance. And right now, what I have available, I have backpacks, Raider Allegiance backpacks in black and silver. I have the tote. I have totes that's done in black. I have socks, black socks, Raider Allegiance socks. I have the computer, your laptop covers. I have that done. I have duffel bags, silver and black. Just go on eBay and type in Raiders Allegiance to do a search, and it'll all pop up. I got flags. I got everything right now until I get the shop, done. I'm still working on some more designs, some other shit. Everything is designed by me. It's available though for purchase on eBay. So if you guys want to get down with the get down, support the channel, let's do it that way. You know what I mean? I'm not monetized yet, so I can't get stickers and I can't get super chats. But you can buy merch that you can have for your, and it's good quality stuff, you guys. Good quality stuff. The backpacks is not no cheap ass, flimsy ass backpacks. The duffel bags ain't cheap and flimsy and garbage. None of my shit is gonna be trash. You feel me? But it's representing the channel. It's Raiders Allegiance. You know what I mean? So if you guys are into it, go check it out. Once I get the store up and running, I'm gonna hand out that link. Hey, feel free to go ahead and make a purchase or two, get a gift for your loved ones. I appreciate it. As well as the Raiders Allegiance t-shirts I do have. You can order those straight from me. I make those. If you're interested in getting either the white or the black Raiders Allegiance t-shirt, go ahead and hit me up at my email, raidersallegiance@gmail.com. That, once again, raidersallegiance@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to get some shirts, hoodies, whatever. I do it all. You know what I mean? I'm the one-man gang. Remember the old wrestling shit? The one-man gang? That's old. I know they be like, oh, you must be hella old going old school wrestling. The Boss Man, Bam Bam Bigelow. Man, I'm coming off the top rope like Jimmy Superfly Snuka. But yeah, man, I got shit out there. I'm putting shit together. Like I said once before, right now I'm developing 3 shows for the channel. They will not be live chats. They will not be podcasts. They will be actual shows that I am developing for Raiders Allegiance. I will make the announcement of the shows. Let's see, when's the best time to do it? Because the episodes won't start being put out until the season starts. And that's including preseason. So from the preseason on, during the regular season, I will be dropping episodes from each show that I'm working on. What I'm thinking about doing is, once I get to the point of being monetized, I will include the shows with the tier that you join, the membership of the channel. I'm thinking about that. It's not going to be too nothing extensive and nothing just way far-fetched, but it's going to include you to get episodes of these shows that I'm developing, and there are 3 of them. And I will let it be known, like we say, preseason in August. I will do a big announcement in July. Let's do July. I will make the announcement of all 3 shows that are coming to Raiders Allegiance for the 2022 NFL season. And I guarantee you, none of you guys will be disappointed. It'll be on and cracking. So with that being said, I got big things that I'm working on. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to keep you entertained. It's all Raider related. Man, I'm looking forward to getting started on these projects, and they should be dope. They should be like really dope. So thank each and every one of you guys for real. If you guys haven't, I'm on Instagram. You can go on Instagram and follow me under Raiders Allegiance. Also on Twitter, it's going to be Raiders Allegia. So Allegia 1, Raiders, because they wouldn't let me put all the fucking letters in. So yeah, that's my beef. So it's going to be Raiders Allegia 1, ALLEGIA 1, but the Raiders Allegia 1. Also on Facebook, Raiders Allegiance. Also on Twitch, it is Raiders_Allegiance. So we're out there. Making moves. It's going down. I'd like to thank you guys for pulling up. I see it's a little slow tonight. Not really too much going on. Ain't really too much football news going on, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for pulling up this evening. For those who have, thank you. So man, with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short. We've been on here for an hour. I'm sweating like I'm on the witness stand, and I ain't snitching, but I'm sweating like a motherfucker. You feel me? But with that being said, thank you for pulling up to Raiders Allegiance with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. But before I let you tiptoe up out of here, do me a solid. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. I'd like to thank you guys once again for pulling up and sharing your evening with me. You know what I mean? You didn't have to, but you chose to. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys who have done so. So with that being said, man, God bless and good night.